What is up, Kilo Crew, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm coming at you guys from the Santel family house in the St. Louis, Missouri area. Last week you guys saw me while I was still in the Sarasota, Florida area, so a lot has happened in just 1 week. So welcome to episode 2 of Cuttin' Kilos. Hope you guys had an amazing Easter. I know I certainly did with the Santel family. We had a great time. There was like birthdays, touristy activities, and then of course the Easter celebration itself, so we had a good time. So let's start from the beginning. So last week you guys saw me, like I said, in the Sarasota, Florida area. We were about to leave our friend's house there and head up to the Panhandle of Florida for Randy's final challenge. So it was a lot of time on the road. I think that day we ended up spending like 9 or 10 hours. We switched out rental cars, loaded it up, and it was like a full day on the road. So my diet on those days was actually pretty easy to stick to. Wasn't active at all, but it was basically all just like gas station food, which is surprisingly easy to follow a diet when you're doing gas station food, because basically your choices for eating healthy are for the most part protein shakes or protein bars. So I kind of stuck to that on that first initial day on the way all the way up to the Panhandle. We did the last challenge in, I think it was Fort Walton Beach, Florida, at a place called Rockin' Tacos, or I should say Randy did a challenge there, but it was a really, really fun event. So the whole drive there was, like I said, just like protein shakes, bars, and then I think it had like pickles in a bag or something like that. We had some crazy weather. It was insane on the way there. Woo, we got a bit of a light drizzle. But it was really character building, etc. So it was a great final way to end the Florida experience, was with some crazy wild Florida weather. But yeah, the next day we did that Fort Walton Beach challenge, and then we had to drive all the way back up to Randy's place in the Springfield, Missouri area, all in one night. So it's a like 13-hour drive. Ended up taking us like 14 or 15, I think. So the event got over maybe like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 2, and we drove until about 3 a.m. So again, it was a ton of hours on the road. And again, like the options for me is I stuck to like protein shakes, protein bars, and then pickles in a bag just for like the salt. It was just kind of something easy to do. We weren't very active. Obviously, you're just sitting in a car. And so it was kind of, there was no temptations around to like really want or need anything. So I think my calories for those first couple days were like way lower than they probably should have been, but wasn't a big deal. But anyways, we ended up getting to Springfield, Missouri and crashed. It was like 3 a.m. like I said. And the next morning we were planning on waking up, unloading our rental car, and loading up Randy's van Pegasus, which you guys have seen in past videos. And we went to start up Pegasus and it was dead. So Pegasus was dead from not being started for I think over like 4 months. Hey, what happened to Pegasus?
It's dead.
How dead?
Very dead.
Sad day. Between Randy staying with me in Spokane and our whole time touring, it was a little bit of a neglected vehicle there. So unfortunately, Pegasus did not start. I'm bringing that up mostly because we were planning on grabbing Randy's exercise bike, Stacy, and loading it in the van to take with us up here to his family's house in St. Louis. Which I guess I should also mention that the reason why we did the whole 13-hour drive in the first place in one go was because the next day after the food challenge in Fort Walton Beach, we needed to be up in the St. Louis area. Randy was part of a fundraising like bags tournament or cornhole tournament, whatever you call it in your neck of the woods. We call it cornhole in Washington State. They call it bags here. So he was part of a tournament that we had to be to on Friday evening.
Come on, Randy, get it up. Sorry. Thank you. You guys outside, you're up on board 5.
And so yeah, we made that whole drive. Anyway, long story, but I feel like I'm leaving like a really long voicemail. So we weren't able to take Stacy, obviously, because we didn't have the van. We ended up just driving the rental vehicle all the way up into the St. Louis area, and so our only forms of exercise have really been kind of walking around. So that leads into a little bit of like holiday dieting stuff like that, or dieting kind of around family or around events. I've been mostly kind of sticking to it in the days, or I've basically been kind of, I don't want to say this because people are going to think that like it's a set deal, but I've been trying to almost like fast in the mornings other than like coffee and a protein shake, so that when the events that we're kind of going to happen, like parties, we've been to parties, we've done like touristy activities. What did we do? Saturday, I got to meet Randy's cousin Jaden, so that was really fun, and we all went to like the St. Louis Arch and stuff like that, so we're going all the way to the top.
Taking the stairs.
This is what we're dealing with. This is Randy.
This ain't bad at all.
And
We're gonna go upside down.
it's crazy.
Hello.
Hello. Look at this is so cute.
Where are we?
We're in the St. Louis Arch.
Ooh,
Yeah.
this is way better.
I know.
Wow. I've been there to watch the Cardinals play.
You have?
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. And then that evening we were going to be going to a birthday party. So it was basically spent the day kind of walking around seeing the St. Louis Arch, which was really cool. I hadn't been since I was a kid. Didn't really eat much during the day. I think I just kind of like hydrated, kind of distracted myself from being hungry because I knew that the birthday party we were going to that evening, I was going to want to have a couple of beers or libations and have some pizza because it was like a pizza bar. Yeah, definitely went off plan a little bit on that day, but I feel like I did pretty well in maintaining portion control for me. Yeah, didn't go too crazy at all and kept the beer intake to what I would say was pretty moderate for me. And then yeah, the next day was Easter. So for a holiday or special occasion stuff like that, I do not believe in you needing to really restrict yourself necessarily. Obviously don't go crazy, but unless you are like a professional bodybuilder, weight class athlete, or some sort of like Olympic athlete that has like a sport or event coming up, if you're just a casual dieter like I am at this point, there is no need to like punish yourself on a holiday. It's Easter. So Easter, we went out to IHOP for breakfast. I was able to pick out a relatively healthy breakfast. They do like the egg whites or whatever there, so that was delicious. I had the ham steak, and you were able to find all that nutrition info online. So that was all fine. And then that evening was just, you know, Easter celebrations. So I ate a pretty good portion of everything that, you know, interested me. I was able to enjoy ham with everybody, potato salad, baked potatoes, some desserts, stuff like that, and once again a few beers. Yeah, I didn't feel punished at all. I did restrict myself from the level of fullness that I would personally enjoy being, which is like beyond stuffed, but that is just part of being a professional eater in general, is my level of fullness is way up here where maybe somebody else is down here, but I didn't feel restricted at all. It was a good time. So yeah, I would say that Saturday and Sunday were probably the most kind of off the rails in terms of dieting. Yesterday, Monday, because I'm checking in on Tuesday once again, yesterday was a pretty relaxed day. I think I stuck to the diet pretty well, other than yesterday was a really, really big day for us. Randy found out yesterday, which you guys have kind of been hearing about on social media or probably already know about, where he will be going for his dietetics internship. And this is something that I mentioned in my New Year's video. So we found out where we are moving, and drum roll please. We are going to be going to the #1 choice that we had. We are going to be going to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for Randy's dietetics internship, which is super exciting for us. It's only about a 6-hour drive from his family's place here in the St. Louis, Missouri area. It has an amazing school with the program that he wanted to do, and we'll also kind of be in that central USA area so that on weekends we can still go off and do food challenges while he is tackling that internship. So we are very excited about that. I'm very excited to go to Milwaukee. I've never been in my entire life. Excited to do some brewery tours because I obviously may or may not like beer just a little bit, but yeah, try some of that like German food, all that sort of stuff. So that was very, very exciting. We are excited to be moving there in probably roughly the July time frame, as his internship starts in August. So to celebrate, we went out and grabbed some Milwaukee's Best, and it came in like a 32-ounce can. And Milwaukee's Best, if you don't know, is once again beer, and it is by Miller Brewing Company, I believe. Fact check that, I don't know. Yeah, so that was pretty exciting. Obviously, a beer once again isn't the most healthy thing to do, but calories equated, I feel like I did pretty well. And then we went and met his goddaughter and the Zeus of Atlas and Zeus Promotions and his wife, and we just had kind of some libations once again outside, kind of relaxed. I had a healthy dinner. Last night I had some like barbecued pulled chicken, which is pretty low calorie if it's made correctly. So I was able to weigh in this morning, which is the part you are probably all waiting for. I was able to weigh in this morning at 132 pounds. So if you remember from last week, I guesstimated that I was probably with water weight the morning after doing a food challenge challenge, sitting at roughly the 142 pound mark. So I do think I lost a lot of water weight, especially those initial days on the road where I really wasn't eating anything. It was basically like keto, which I'm not a fan of. Let's just preface that. Anywho, so yeah, definitely lost a lot of water weight probably right off the bat. Pretty happy with how well I stuck to the lower calorie end of things throughout the whole week. I never really felt deprived, but obviously my calories were way lower than they were while touring in Florida. So I was pretty happy with my physique this morning, so I'll go ahead and have the current and the before pop up on the screen now. I'm happy with how my body is already adjusting. You can already see that there's like that little pouch of water weight that I was carrying in my stomach is already gone. You can probably tell in my face that a lot of the bloat is already gone in just 1 week. And then obviously having that physical scale number to tell me that 132 is now where I'm kind of sitting at was obviously very motivating and positive, especially given that I haven't really been able to do any sort of formal exercise other than walking, and I obviously haven't been following the most healthful of diet plans, just kind of keeping the calories low. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about the progress that I've made so far. I am very excited to see what happens going into next week as I'm able to finally get back into the gym, get in some actual formal exercise, and then eat healthy meals that are lower calorie and higher in protein, obviously. So Randy and I are pretty pumped to be able to get back to kind of walking outside, get back to biking, get back to a little bit of lifting and such. So yeah, I would say that kind of covers it. The main topics that I wanted to definitely cover during this week's episode, since it was kind of uneventful in terms of being informational, was that yay, we are moving, and you guys can know where we're moving to. So everyone that's been asking for like Michigan food challenges, Wisconsin food challenges, Northern Illinois challenges, we will be in your area this summer, so yay for that. And then the other thing that I wanted to just cover was navigating holidays and stuff. You don't have to be perfect, just stay as active as you can and maybe decide where you want to spend your calories. So budget your calories is probably my other tip. So because I didn't go and have crazy breakfasts every day, I just kind of sipped coffee and wasn't too hungry, crazy hungry or anything, and saved my calories for the special events and occasions. And because I personally choose to drink, I wanted to allocate calories for that. That is kind of just how I like to navigate a holiday. And if you guys are ever in similar situations, then that may be like a strategy that you could use. Yeah, I hope you guys found this interesting. I will be checking back in with you guys next Tuesday, again from Spokane, and that will probably be where I check in with you guys from here on out through the rest of the series. If you guys have any questions, as always, please drop them down below. I would love to hear from you guys, any further feedback. In future episodes, I will be covering a full day of eating. That was one of the major feedback points I got, so I'll do a full day of eating with you guys when stuff's a little bit more normal. I will do probably a couple of sample exercise routines that I am following, and then I will probably cover some like other topic points probably related to motivation and mental health throughout the whole thing. So yeah, again, that does it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys next week back in the homeland of Spokane for some further updates and hopefully another few pounds lighter, although I'm not super focused on scale weight, but maybe that'll be another topic for a Cuttin' Kilos episode. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys found this informational, and we will see you guys in the next one. Okay, peace out. Bye.